This story is about a vet. And of course, if you want to know the music is by Shinji Sora, as they say. It's called, what's it called? It's called Mr. Spaceman? Yeah, yeah, Mr. Spaceman. Or just look up Spaceman Shinji. Anyways, all right. So y'all know my stories. Y'all know I'm a two spirit. I've been on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to relationships and dating people. And I've learned a lot. And this recent story that I've learned shares a lot as well. Because it is a reflection of what let me go around here because they're working over there. It is a reflection of what people are used to and what they think is okay, and how at some point not only do you realize that people allow themselves to be disturbed, but you also realize just how unintelligent that is and how much time and energy is wasted, and potential is wasted on crap, essentially. So, so for example, this story is about a vet and someone who is taking their dogs to the vet. Okay? No, it's not me. Okay? The person who's taking their dogs to the vet has one of their dogs on a medication. The vet will not refill the medication unless being able to see the dog again. Now, for most people, what that means is that the vet wants to prescribe something else. But the person who's taking their dog to the vet is upset. And the person even tells the vet, if you don't refill the medications and the dog goes to withdrawals, you'll hear from the lawyer. So, what does this story show? Very simple. This story shows, number one, you don't really know the full story, but we don't know, you can't really tell the full story because there's also the story of the vet. What's going on the vet side of the brain, in the vet's mind, the vet's life, what's going on in the other person's life, okay? So it could also be that the vet wants to maybe not have the dog on medication. It could go either way, right? But for most people, for what we understand, most vets, not holistic vets. Holistic, I'm not too sure about holistic vets, but let's just say this is a typical vet that has an interest in just prescribing more medication. Just like more doctors. Certain doctors, their interest is in prescribing more medication, having people depend upon, their suffering. Suffering is what brings them money. Now, what is the moral of the story? How does it relate with drama? Okay, well, very easy. Very easy. Number one, people are used to drama because they're used to living a certain lifestyle. And that lifestyle says that, number one, you have to pay to live. Number two, there's like a formula. There is a formula to the lifestyle. Number two, you get sick. And number three, you must depend on these medications. And someone else can take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. Not a really good formula and way to go about it. Wouldn't you agree? So, what does this story also share? What does it relate to drama? The drama comes for many things. People are used to living a certain way, and this certain artificial way with all the artificial things that are done, prescriptions, medications, etc. Just a lot of artificial things that are created that are not good for our lives, versus actually just getting, and by artificial I mean things that have been made in a lab, stripped from their purity, and turned into something else. Okay? Now, could that all be bad? No, it doesn't all have to be bad. But I'm pretty sure many of you are very wise to recognize the difference between bad and good, something that is good for you versus something that is bad for you. And of course, obviously, keeping a healthy lifestyle is what is best. Now, that healthy lifestyle applies to animals as well, obviously, and it also applies to the realization that humans must realize animals are not food, okay? And that, yes, even animals can thrive on a plant-based diet, okay? Now, when I heard this story, I thought to myself, wow, people are so okay with drama. People are so okay with making threats. Wow, people are so okay with prescribing shit that doesn't really help. Gosh, or recommending shit, saying things that really don't help, that they know is not the best option. So all the drama that people experience is because of how they choose to allow themselves and live life. Okay? Life is simple. Love and let love, live and let live. Okay? It's not about controlling others, nor is it about trying to stay in suffering. Many people say life is suffering. No, 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 no. At some point, you all have to make the decision. All of humanity needs to make a decision. Do you keep suffering? Do you keep entertaining BS? Or do you really tap into the true power of nature, the true power of love, the true power of nature's plant medicine, the true power of the lessons that the animals are showing us as well? Okay? And nature's creatures, all of us are part of nature. We're all nature's creatures, but the other creatures, for example, dolphins, they have a spirit of togetherness that is very strong, being polygamous as well. So what can humans learn about this? Humans can learn a lot because if they learn even a small aspect of how, for example, a dog or a cat or a bird makes joy with every moment and is always embodying love at every moment, maybe when people can start doing that, maybe they will then go ahead and avoid drama. Because why would you want to get into drama anyways? People don't want to get into drama, but they're like, oh, but if you want to get into drama, people say they don't want to get into drama, but then they're like, oh, but if you want to get into drama, I will get into drama. I will do this, I will do that. People get mad at other people because of something or an inconvenience. I've shared this before. So there's so much drama. And the reason I titled this thing, You Don't Need to Associate or Don't Associate Drama, is because there are a lot of light workers, shadow workers, you can say, people who are focused on healing and elevating humanity. But some of these people, what they do is they put themselves in positions with others, groups that they don't really need to be a part of. They think they do because, oh, I have to help heal. No, the best way, honey, that you can help heal the world is by healing yourself and being a shining example. And then whatever you have left over, whatever, all the things that come to you to give back, then you can just go ahead and give. There's a phrase also that says, what's this phrase? This phrase says that, hold on, let me pause this for a moment. This phrase, the phrase says, oh man, it just slipped my mind. Hold on. Oh my God. All right, so dang, I forget the phrase, y'all. But anyways, don't associate yourself with drama. You don't have to do that, okay? I wish I remember what that phrase was because it's a very important phrase. But anyways, the moral of the whole story, don't associate yourself with drama. You don't need, you need to be a shining example for yourself. The phrase I'm looking for also is when you realize that you don't need anything, okay, then you have everything. When you realize that you don't need nothing and that everything you need is within you, then everything externally you don't even need. You know what to avoid. Things such as drama. And some people who are healers feel that they need to be there. That they need to do that. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to be people's shadow. You don't need to help them transmute them. You don't need to explain. You don't need to associate. You don't need to hang around them. know. Some people give of their time like that, and that's okay. But when, as someone has told me, if you're stretching yourself thin and you're not at your best level, you're doing too much for others externally and not enough for yourself. There needs to be a balance. You need to be able to do enough for yourself, because then those who truly want to learn will learn from you. And everyone else is still going to maintain their process, okay? They'll grow when the time permits or when the time is aligned. So let them do what they want to do, and that's it. You make sure your peace of mind is not challenged. So, again, don't associate yourself with drama, all right? That's why I purposely do not go to certain places, or I purposely do not, I personally do not go to certain places or go near certain people or certain groups, all right? Because I don't want to associate myself with their drama, okay? If I know a certain group or a certain organization, okay, be it, political, non-political, government, non-government, whatever, if I know there's an organization that all they do is that they're full of drama, I don't need to associate myself with them. Okay, and I definitely don't need to be their healer either. And you don't either. Okay, that's not the best way to heal the world. It really isn't. Okay, it really isn't, because it's extra work. Okay, and it's already hard work to maintain it for yourself. So you don't need to associate yourself with these people. You don't need to associate yourself with drama. When you see drama trying to associate itself with you, because I know there are other people who are on their journeys, they're becoming stronger, males, for example, practicing the semen retention, but anyone who's just tapping more into their power of who they are, sometimes this drama tries to come around you. And it's like what I learned. When that drama tries to come around you and you know you've been past that level of stupidity and ignorance, you don't need to stay there. You don't need to associate yourself with those people. Even if there's something good you see about them or something you have in common, that's great. Then let that stand the way it is, but do not let it get tainted by associating yourself with their drama. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Anyways, that's all I've got. So I wonder what I'm gonna do right now. I do have to make some deliveries. Hope you guys learn from that, and I hope you guys anyways, I hope it helps y'all, give some perspective. Go ahead and help each other, comment, etc., etc. I got shit to do. Peace.